Dear students, today we will discuss the poem. The caption of the poem or the title of the poem is My Mother at 66. My Mother at 66. It is composed by Kamala Das, a well known Indian poetess who has contributed a lot in the field of literature and poetry. So, in this poem, Kamala Das narrates the experience when she was carrying her mother in a car to drop her at Cochin airport. But when she watched her mother, who was beside her, she was not in keeping good health. And it reflected from the face of mother that she will not live long. This thing has perturbed the Kamala Das as she was having deep attachment with her mother. She was emotionally attached with her mother, but she could not give the impression to her mother that she misses her. But she just laughed. She just smiled rather, in order to assure mother that I am not worried about you. You are in good health. You are keeping good health. So I will give a brief introduction of this poem. It was Friday morning. The Kamala Das was driving from her parents' home to the Cochin airport. Her mother was sitting beside her in the car. At that time, the mother was 66 years old. While she was driving, she turned to look at her mother. What she found? She found that mother was dozing. Mother, her mother's mouth was open. Her mother's face was pale. That was not reddened. That was not keeping good look. The poet painfully realized that her mother was not going to live long. But soon she drew this painful thought away from her mind. She started looking at the young trees on the roadside that seemed to be running fast. She saw children running out of their houses in joy, but she could not enjoy this joy. Why? In the heart of heart, she was very much concerned about her mother's health. After reaching the airport, the poet went through the security check. Her mother was standing outside a few yards away. After the security check, the poet again looked at her mother from that distance. Mother's face was pale, white. It has a great impression or impact on the heart of Kamala Das. It was as pale as the face of the moon in the late winter, because in the winter season, moon loses its redness, moon loses its shine due to fog, due to mist and other things. The poet felt an old pain in her body. It was like she used to feel in her childhood when fear over her, when someone's fear overpowered her. Yet she spoke no words to her mother. All that she said was, "See you soon, Amma." The only thing the poet did was smile and smile and smile. So it was very much troublesome experience for Kamala Das, because the presence of her mother besides her, as mother was weak, clumsy. She was not able to walk at her own, and her face was not radiant, or his face was not having jubilation on. This thing pained her. While driving, she had a look at her mother, and she was dozing, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain. It looked as if she was carrying a corpse in her car, that she was as old as she looked. But she was trying to avert this idea, this thought, and she looked outside the glass panes of her car. Trees were sprinting, and children were making merry. They were playing, and they were coming out of their homes with joy and happiness. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her. Kamala Das says that I looked again towards her mother, but she was not keeping good. I realized that I will not be able to meet my mother again. These are my last moments with my mother. When pale as late as winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache or pain in my childhood sphere. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. So, in nutshell, the theme of this poem is that how the children view or feel when their parents are not keeping good, or when their parents are about to leave them. So it is very much troublesome, it is very much painful experience for the children to see their parents leaving them, and sends a this sends a wave of despair in the poet's mind and heart. So this was all about the poem, that is My Mother at 66. Thank you. God bless you.